And I'll take you in and show you my little shop area. And this shop was all full of drywood. And when one says drywood here, they were referring to pine that is been cut, or you find a dead tree that's good and dry. Most people burn birch, which keeps a nice fire throughout the night. Over here, here's my trash, and the snow has gotten up so deep that the dogs have been able to get in here and mess with my trash, and it's never fun picking up your own trash and debris from Honey Bucket and all that kind of junk. So I'll take you around, show you a little bit more of the abode. Oh, here's some wood that I hand got yesterday, and that's little pieces of birch, just a small little tree, trying to get me through. That's kind of the name of the game right now, is just getting through, make it through. We're on to spring. I've been finally hearing, oh excuse me, I almost slipped, getting on and hearing some birds. I had a surprise here that it got so cold it snapped the rubber line here at where it connects onto my propane tank, and fortunately I caught it in time before you lose $450 worth of propane. And let's check this out over here. This might not look like much, but it took me a little while to figure that out. That is a 6-inch chimney. I had a 4 for a long time, and my house was very smoky. This little goofy little setup is to keep the rain. It's my gutter that keeps water from dripping down into my front door and into my little porch area. I'll take you over here to the maybe less exciting area over here. This is my bathroom, my Honey Bucket, and I have a pole on here to keep a rampant dog away that literally has been eating my poo. Pretty desperate times here in Sleepmead, Alaska. Over here is an old cabin. That's a very traditional cabin. They were about that size. I'd say that one's 14 by 14, maybe something like that. And I'll take you over here. Here's my snow machine. And this is a very common scene for a snow machine. It is being worked on. They tend to break a lot and are pretty frustrating. Right now I'm trying to put a Pentel hitch on my snow machine, but of course the holes aren't quite in the right spot. Now I have to figure out how to drill it out. So it's pretty much just making do with whatever you have. That's a little project I was working on. Everything's always projects. This is all the wood I have left. That's why yesterday I had to go out and procure that little bit of wood to get me through. Without those snowshoes, I would have been up to my belly in snow. This is also pretty interesting. If you can see here, that there is the amount of snow that is on the roof of my bathroom area here. Here is a ratchet strap that is affixing my awning, which keeps a lot of snow off of my deck area. Another necessity. I wouldn't call it an Arctic entry. I'd call it an Arctic savior. I guess it just. Can you imagine having that much snow in front of your front door, having to shovel it? Oh, the sheep from Colorado, if you're wondering. Over here, I have just different supplies, oils, and different things, chainsaws, or chainsaw chains. I've got 2 chainsaws, one as a backup. There's my clean laundry. I usually keep my clothes outside because I have such little space in my place. That there is a gas filter to keep water out of the gas, which is a huge problem. Oh, wow, let's check this out. Okay, I don't know if we can see too much in here, but I'll take you in. Whoa! Got some, this is pretty much a common occurrence. A bunch of snow. Okay, there is my wood stove. Wow, it actually gets snow inside. So first I have to melt all of that and get it hot enough to, this is like my shower or my steam, my bath. It usually takes about 4.5 hours to get hot. You must use dry wood, and so, well, a 15-minute shower takes about 4 hours, something like that. Pretty enjoyable though. I like it better than a shower, to be honest with you. So I am curious. I do need to get some dry wood, and I want to try my steam with all the snow on it before the end of the year. I'll take you around. Under here is my generator. It's a very sad generator at the moment. Yesterday the head gasket blew, and now I have to fix it. Yet another thing that's broken in the bush. A very common thing. It is broken. Another thing that's broken right now, we have not had running water. I don't have running water here, but other places in the village has running water, and it has been broken for coming on 3 weeks now. This is the pile of snow that has come off of my roof, and that's about the same height as I am, 6 feet tall. Anyway, just more storage, blankets and things like that, things that I keep outside that just don't fit in my house. And I am quite proud of this door, even though it did fall off about 10:30 one night as it was approaching -30. Fortunately, I was able to call somebody after about half an hour of trying to figure out how to put it back on myself. We got it on. Didn't close, but I did make it through the night, so I will take you in and show you what it's like to live in a refrigerator in the bush of Alaska. Here is kind of an Arctic entry. It's to keep the cold out and the heat in. Oh, okay. Here is my piece of winter gear, but right now I've got a large crack at the bottom of the door trying to keep a little bit more heat in. It is fairly warm in here at the moment. It smells like wood smoke and a bit of gas. Depending on your character, you might like that or maybe not. Anyway, there's a lot going on in here. Here's my charging station where I'm able to charge electronics, my phone. I've got 4 deep cycle batteries and 2 solar panels. And I was really enjoying having more power with my generator, but now I've got to fix it. So anyway, there's a lot of storage going on here. This is all of my clothes storage. I've got socks, underwear, shirts, towels, pants, swimsuits, or swimsuit rather, and lots of warm socks. This is kind of my coat hook area. I have here's my library, and what else can I take you around? This is just kind of my setup for my stereo, my music entertainment, which really kind of is nice, helps you get through. Let me take you over to the heart of living in the bush. A wood stove, which was handmade and is quite brilliant, but also has its own foibles. Here is my stack of birch, which I'm always in the process of drying. Like I said, we had that ice storm, and frozen birch does not burn very well. Down here is the saving grace, the lifeblood, which is dry wood. Let me flip on this light. This is all 12-volt LED. I don't know if that's going to help any, but we'll come down here. This is birch bark, which you're probably all familiar with, or maybe not. That stuff burns great. This is a pretty common occurrence. I was looking for bolts, so now I've got all of this strewn all over the place. This is my kitchen. It is a mix of, I got electrical tape, wash, dirty dishes. There is my cooktop right by my head. Pretty crazy. Here is staples and just all the things that require all to live. So I can take you over here. This is what enables me to exist for 6 months at a time and without going to the store. this whole shelf is full, maybe a foot deep, of canned goods, which is convenient but does get exhausting, and who wants to eat canned food all the time? Anyway, there's of course moose meat, fish, berries, other things that enable you to get through, but it does get pretty monotonous in what you have to eat. All the things, wet wipes, matches, all the things that it takes to exist. Here is my desk, my library, or the place where I write. Oh, okay. Right over here in the exact same area is all the water we've been having to store a lot more water since the water plant has been down. I've got about 10 gallons of drinking water and about 10 gallons of bath water. Hopefully I'll be able to take a steam here pretty soon, like I said. Here's my closet right almost above my bed. This is maybe about 8 feet long right here. And the crazy part is the heat obviously goes up, but it goes up in a crazy fashion, so a lot of the time I will start out with no blanket or a light blanket like this one when I go to bed, and then around 2 o'clock in the morning I switch to a down sleeping bag. It's crazy, the temperature switch is how that works. When it's -30, you're up at least once or twice throughout the night stoking the stove. But as of right now, it's been dipping down into -5 or so at night, and I just let the stove go out. I thought about cleaning up the place to make it more presentable for this video, but this is more a typical existence of what's going on. You do one little project, you make one little meal, you got a bomb. And there's lots of things have been going on. I've been having there's a couple people that don't have places to stay, so they've been camping with me, and so that means there's more things going on, more stuff, more mess. So anyway, I'm trying to think what else would be an interest to you. I have been working pretty hard on trying to get a heat pump system going that would pump hot glycol around the perimeter of my building, but I haven't quite been able to get all the little problems worked out yet. There's always something needing to be worked on, but I've just very much just been in, I would say, camp mode. The water, I tend to use about 2.5 gallons a week of water. That includes washing dishes, which I do a lot of paper plates. I just have a few actual dishes to wash and maybe clean the knife every now and again. I do have a few decorations over here, and just everything is connected. That AC actually works when I have an inverter or a generator that is working. It's definitely been a very harrowing winter, and it's just felt like I've just had to end up just kind of going into camp mode. I like to keep my floor a lot cleaner, keep a lot less of this debris off of it, but it's just been surviving, it's just been making it. And it's not that it's any better or any more enjoyable, but it's just what I felt I needed to do to get through. I kind of wanted to show you out this window over here. It might be a little bit too bright. We'll just go out there quick. This is about a 10 by 10 window. It's kind of what I see there. This window over here above my bed does open, which sometimes I do need to open when it gets about 100 degrees up by my bed, while it still might be freezing my dishwater down there at the floor when it's -30.